Hey y'all, I hope you guys are doing well. So, there was a little incident and I addressed it, and there will be a point to my story when I'm done. So, what happened was my insurance covers transportation to medical appointments, okay? And because I've got an issue, um, so they cover the transportation. However, they are extremely unorganized. There were a couple of times that I almost had to cancel my appointment because my doctor's appointment because they are completely the biggest cluster F that you've ever seen. They cannot get drivers to you in a timely manner. They have to ask other transportation services to help you in all this other bullshit. They cannot get their fucking act together. I'm pissed. So there was a mix up with the driver was supposed to pick me up, take me to physical therapy, and that person never even bothered to contact me, didn't bother showing up in a timely fashion. This is not the first time this has happened. So I had to call them and say, "Hey, this person was supposed to be here. They didn't pick me up, and what's going on? I don't want to be late on my appointment." And like I said, I've been through this before. So they went and got a different driver, but because everything went weird, I didn't know if the driver that was scheduled for the later part of the day, if that person was still going to be able to reach out to me because I didn't get her message until after I was already at my destination. Everything was done for the day. I was done for the day. I was already at my destination. I finished everything. And so she had left messages for me, and I didn't get the messages until I was already, back home. So basically, I called her and I apologized and I said, I don't, my phone wasn't on. When you left messages, my phone wasn't on because I was in therapy and I don't use my phone when I'm, with a doctor or with therapist, physical therapist or whatever. I apologized to her. So she ended up complaining to the company, and then the company felt the need to contact my insurance to complain on me. That was a mistake on their part, and because they did that, I exposed them for the cluster that they are. Since you want to run your damn mouth and you want to throw dirt on my name, we're going to see about that. So I contacted my insurance and I told them exactly how it went down. I said, I'm a responsible person. I did not deliberately ignore the second driver. I didn't know if that driver was going to be available. And I explained the whole thing to them. And I also said, and it's absurd for a company to, their driver made an error and it threw the whole day into a tailspin, and then they blame me because I missed the second driver. The second driver didn't even bother to text me in a timely manner until I was way done with everything. So they screwed up and they cannot get drivers to you in a timely manner. They do not take your appointment seriously. I had to set up transportation an hour ahead of time, and I'm here to tell you an hour was not nearly enough time. You have to give them at least an hour and a half because there's going to be a half an hour where they're doing whatever and taking their sweet fucking time, and they're not going to get to you in a timely manner. So your appointment is irrelevant to them because you're the one with the appointment, not them. So if you're going to, you're basically running a circus over there. You don't have any organizational skills. Your drivers don't give a damn about the seriousness of someone getting to their doctor's appointment in a timely fashion. They don't give a rat's ass. I don't know if they're not getting paid decent or what, but they don't really care. The company doesn't care. And then you try to throw me onto the bus? I'm not going to take that shit off of nobody. You know what? Let me explain something. People who do dirty shit got the balls, the chutzpah, the audacity to turn around and point fingers at you. And that is one thing that I will not tolerate. Now, you have to choose your battles, okay? You have to choose your battles. I would not snap on your boss because you'll get fired. But in a situation, supposedly a professional situation where somebody's trying to throw dirt on your name and they can't even get their act together. They've been extremely disorganized from the start, late all the time, always late. There was only one time where they arrived in a timely manner. Once, one time. And the person was like over an hour early. And every time after that has been, you know, late, 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 late. And I distinctly remember calling my doctor's office at one point and saying, my transportation's late. Is there any way you guys can see me, um, past my time to be there? And so she's like, hold on, let me see what I could do for you. And then she got back to the phone. She said, if you could get here by, I think my appointment was 2 o'clock. And she said, if you could get here by 2:15, then we'll go ahead, your doctor's office will see you. I shouldn't have to do that for nobody. If you are supposedly responsible for someone's transportation, do your damn job. And I will not allow anybody to treat me like crap and then turn around and act like I'm the bad guy. Are you narcissistic or what? Because that's what narcs do. That's what narcissists do. They screw you over and then they turn around and act like you're the bad guy. We ain't gonna play those kind of mind games around here, up in here. No and hell no, and grow up and accept responsibility for what the hell you do. I'm not getting any younger. Y'all, look here. Y'all are gonna have to learn, those of you that are mellow, mild and quiet and shy. Y'all going to have to learn to defend yourself to people. You don't have to scream, you don't have to yell, you don't have to go berserk, but you do need to stand up for yourself because if you don't, you look like the bad guy to this other person. In my situation, to my insurance, I look like the bad guy and they trying to come out of it smelling like a rose. And what happened was it actually backfired because I basically said verbatim to my insurance, well, since they have so much to say, I'm pretty sure they didn't tell you that their drivers never arrive on time. So the dirt that you're trying to do, it actually reversed itself and blew up in your face. And now my insurance knows that you are irresponsible. So if you would have kept your fucking mouth shut, that wouldn't have been made public. But you want to act like a little 5-year-old and go run into the teacher and talk about how bad I am. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. You're irresponsible. Simple minded and irresponsible. Don't you dare. Don't you freaking dare. So I made a complaint to them, to the transportation company, and I also made a complaint to my insurance about them. So since you want to start something, baby, let's go checkmate your move. You're gonna have to start standing up for yourself. It's not the easiest thing in the world. You have to choose your battles, like I said. You don't have to scream, yell, cuss, put your hand on your hip, waggle your index finger in somebody's face. You don't have to do all of that. But you need to let people know I don't appreciate you doing that because that was extremely and what I told the company was so-called transportation company. I told them what you did was very disrespectful. Wow. You know, I didn't cuss them out. I didn't say, who the hell do you think you are? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to be professional about it and let them know that this is what really happened, even though you're trying to spin it a different way. So you let people know, hey, I don't appreciate what you did. That is not what happened. This is what actually happened. And I don't, and the letter that they had sent me was threatening. It was threatening. Basically, in so many words or less, and I'm just like randomly, like, my off the cuff interpretation because I don't have the letter in front of me right now. But, in so many words or less, we don't need to send you another letter. So this is what's going to happen. Don't look here. You don't treat me like I'm your little stupid child at home. And your child got to be stupid because you ain't too smart. You fools. Don't you dare treat me like a child. Don't you dare. Don't you freaking dare. So I'm going to contact my physical therapist office and I'm going to let them know, ask them permission to do the rest of my therapy at home because I do not have reliable transportation. And hopefully my doctor won't have a cow because he may not be happy about it, but I can't get there if I don't have a way to get there. And I'm not going to deal with these assholes again. I refuse. You're unprofessional, and none of y'all give a damn about what I'm going through because you fucked up on a grand scale many, many times, and you gonna sit here and play victim. Not over my world, you ain't gonna do that. You better do that to some damn body else. I'm not getting any younger. I'm not taking people's shit no more. I'm just not taking it no more. I'm sick of it. And I'm not going to let you sit here and act like I'm the bad guy when you know god dang well that is not how it went down. So, moral of the story is defend yourself. Don't tolerate people's bullshit. If you're at a gathering where there's, or a get together, or you at your job and your boss is ignorant, or you're at a family get together and somebody's acting a fool, and of course, when people are drinking, when it's a family situation or friends or whatever, somebody drinking, they get worse, right? Don't confront them in front of everybody because that's just going to make it worse. And then there's going to be people that are like, oh my God, you were out of line screaming at your cousin like that. Oh my God. Even though the cousin started the shit and they seen the cousin acting a fool, people will defend ignorant ass people because they're stupid. So what you do is you take your cousin, for example, whoever it is that's acting a fool, and you pull them to the side and you talk to them like an adult and you say, hey, uh, you are really out of line tonight. I don't know what's going on with you, but your mouth has been running for the past X amount of hours, and I'm tired of you throwing dirt on my name. So I would really appreciate if you would knock it off. You're going to have to defend yourself. If you don't, adults are just like children, they are just taller. That is the reason they pull the crap that they do. They're immature. Immature. Somebody who's an adult would want your side of the story and say, hey, there was a big mix up the other day. What happened? And then you explain your side. And they say, okay, well, this is what we could do to prevent that in the future. You don't go running and telling the teacher, oh, I'm going to tell on you. Ooh, I'm telling. Grow the freaking hell up. So, anyway, the more you defend yourself, the more you will be willing to defend yourself. You know? A long time ago, this bitch at a hotel, I'll never forget it. I was on the road. I was traveling on the road coast to coast, and I'll talk to you more about that later. But I was paying for a hotel because we were basically living out of this semi truck, and like I said, I'll talk more about that later. Myself and my husband at the time. Anyway, I gave her X amount of dollars and for the hotel room, and she said I was $10 short. I said no, I wasn't because I gave you I counted out before I gave it to you. No, you didn't give it to me. I don't have it in my drawer. And she argued me for about, I don't know, 10 minutes. And then she realized that she miscounted her drawer. So she actually did have the money that I gave her, but she acted like she swore on 10 stacks of Bibles that I shorted her. I know god dang well I didn't short her. Now, if I was a passive person, I would have been like, oh, oh, I didn't realize. I could have swore I gave you the right amount. Here's more money. I'm not giving you more money, bitch. I know what I gave you the first time. I didn't, like I said, I didn't cuss or nothing, but I told her, yes, I did. I counted what I gave you. I gave you X amount of dollars. She was wrong. She was dead wrong. Don't be passive. Stand up for yourself. When you know what you have done, like I said, don't get hateful. Don't scream. Don't. Sometimes I've been hateful and I'll scream because I'm just tired of it, but usually I don't. Usually I keep my cool. But I stood my ground and she realized that she was wrong. If I'm that adamant, then I know what I'm talking about and I know what I gave her. People try you, man. They try you. They try you. And maybe that was a test on her part to run game on me. I don't know. Or maybe she's just a simpleton and can't count money. I don't freaking know. But I'm not having it. People will do what you allow them to do. Mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, friend, so-called friend, whoever, colleague, people will do what you let them do. Keep that in mind. Defend yourself. Much love. Talk to you later.